What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about The Batman Who Laughs, #2 by Scott Snyder and, well, simply Jacques. This is the second part to a 6-part miniseries that is focused on the Batman Who Laughs, which is, he's arguably the most popular character, probably most popular new character to come out in DC Comics. Dark Knight's Metal. I would even dare say probably one of the most popular characters, new characters to come out in recent memory. Batman Who Laughs and the Red Goblin were probably my two favorite new characters, and they are all in some way, shape, form, or fashion rehashes or reimaginings of characters we've already seen. But that being said, really proves how reboots can be done really well if you try hard. But before we get started, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click. Anyways, so we are back with The Batman Who Laughs #2, and let's go ahead. We gotta do a little housekeeping for Batman Who Laughs #2, because when last we left off, we saw the Joker kill himself so that he could unleash the Joker toxin, this well of Joker toxin that's powerful enough to turn whoever is within ground zero of him into another Joker. And of course, Batman is literally right there when it happened, so he is becoming the Joker. And now a lot of people were speculating as to whether or not it was a ruse or if it's it's not really happening. Well, let me go ahead and dispel that rumor. It's happening. Batman is becoming the Batman Who Laughs. He's becoming the very thing that he fears the most. And to try and stave off his becoming the Batman Who Laughs, he has literally been injecting himself with every single syringe of anti-Joker toxin serum into himself, trying to keep himself from changing. Now, I just want to go ahead and make this clear. When I say Batman has taken all of the anti-Joker toxin serum, because I feel like you may have misheard what I said, I didn't say he took a lot of anti-Joker toxin serum. I said he took all the anti-Joker toxin serum. And even after doing all that, even he has to admit that the most this can do, if it is actually going to work, is keep him mostly normal for maybe another week. Maybe. Batman is sitting here looking like Bane, getting ready to dose up on all this venom, but instead of it being venom, he is literally just pouring anti-Joker toxin into him. It's insane. It's insane. Not the thing I was expecting to see. Kind of the thing I was expecting to see, but not exactly the thing I was expecting to see. It's like, man. So we find out that the Batman Who Laughs, he is still carrying on killing Bruce Waynes from other parts of the Dark Dimension. And it's kind of interesting when you look at it, because this time the Bruce Wayne he kills is a little bit older and apparently was mayor. This particular Bruce Wayne just fell out of the sky and crashed into somebody's car. Due to Batman doing a little digging, we find out that maybe the Batman Who Laughs isn't bringing these people necessarily to this dimension to kill them, but what he is doing is killing them and then sending them to this dimension, hence why this particular Bruce Wayne fell from the sky, where there was no possible way that he could have fallen, just out of thin air like that. So basically, he's killing them, and then wherever they die, that's where they wind up. This also leads us to a conversation where we find out a little bit about how Batman has dug up some old plans for a last-ditch effort from back in like the old days. I want to say it was like the 1700s of Gotham, where it was a way for them to try to save Gotham from some type of infection. So say like there was some kind of plague, they could cut off Gotham, keep anything from crossing over, kind of pulling a no man's land, and save the city with it, and keeping stockpiles of food, supplies, and all sorts of things, so that way they could still carry on and live even when they're cut off from the rest of the world. Batman has a similar plan, and he calls it a last laugh protocol. We don't really get to know exactly what it is, in full, but we do get the idea that it's supposed to be in case of a situation like what we're dealing with right now, aimed specifically at stopping a threat like the Joker or the Batman Who Laughs from taking over the city. Because that's the thing that Batman has uncovered. He's uncovered that the Batman Who Laughs is taking blood samples from each of the Bruce Waynes that he's bringing over, because you gotta remember, these Bruce Waynes come from the Dark Dimension. He's taking these blood cells from them, samples from when they died, the cells that would be the strongest, because it's the last little bit of blood, so all the cream, as Macho Man always eloquently said,
the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Basically what he's doing here is he's going to create a serum that would turn every citizen in Gotham, and who knows, maybe the world, Craig, the world, into something like himself. They won't be dark versions of the Batman Who Laughs, because he's already the dark version of himself, but they would be dark versions of themselves, and it'd be chaos. Could you imagine a world where everyone is a fill-in-the-blank name who laughs? I wouldn't want to live in that world. Just being real with you. The Batman Who Laughs, being the type of guy that he is, he knows what Batman is planning, and he moves into action to try and stop Batman from enacting his last laugh protocol. This is a really cool moment because I feel like this is one of the few times we see the Batman Who Laughs in action. Like, even in Dark Knight's Metal, we didn't see a lot of action from the Batman Who Laughs. He mostly just kind of let everybody else do everything and do the heavy lifting, but this time we actually get to see Batman Who Laughs run fades on Wayne Enterprises security. And of course, when Batman shows up, which the Batman Who Laughs expected it to happen, they of course have a fight, and it's here we learn a little bit about the fighting styles of the Batman Who Laughs versus our Batman. And Batman has to admit, the Batman Who Laughs is every bit as good a fighter as he is. The difference is that our Batman, yeah, he's got the size advantage, he's got more muscle on him, he has the strength advantage, but the Batman Who Laughs is leaner, he's more lithe, and he's also, as a result of that, he's faster. But Batman has been developing a new fighting technique, something the Batman Who Laughs wouldn't know about, something he started after he met the Batman Who Laughs. And it's kind of a nod to the old Adam West, Burt Ward Batman series from the 60s. He calls this technique, or at least Alfred calls it, Bam Pow.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
It's supposed to stand for something, but Batman doesn't know what it is, or at least he claims he forgot, but it's Bam Pow, there you go. And even with this new technique, Batman is still not able to take the Batman Who Laughs down, at least not because of the technique, but more because the Batman Who Laughs wanted it to happen. He wanted Batman to get him in that position so the Grim Knight can step in and handle business, because the Grim Knight has been sitting on another rooftop watching the very spot where they're fighting. The Grim Knight went and got the strap, clow, and is hit him with a bullet that has a bit of a bat taser laced in the middle of it, a bullet within a bullet. And this is a really cool moment too, because we get to learn a little bit about the Grim Knight as well. The Grim Knight, we discover, is a Batman who comes from a world where when Bruce Wayne was a kid, Joe Chill dropped the gun when he tried to kill Batman's parents. I mean, he did get the parents, but after he did it, he felt some sort of remorse. He drops the gun and young Bruce picks it up. And from that moment forward, Bruce Wayne, young Bruce, becomes the Punisher. This is a Batman who's supposed to be the deadliest man in the world, a man who is considered to be at war with the world. He has weaponized Wayne Enterprises. He literally has everything bugged. Nothing in Gotham happens without his say-so. He has GPS tracking devices and everything. He can remote control everything. If he wants something to happen, or doesn't, it ain't gonna happen. Or it is gonna happen, depending on, you know, what he feels. Now, the reason the Batman Who Laughs came to Wayne Enterprises, I mean, yes, it was to stop the last laugh protocol that Batman put in place, something he actually took care of and sabotaged days ago. But he wants to set it to implode. He's going to destroy Wayne Enterprises using a protocol that he knows this Batman has in place, because it's something he had in place as well. Something that could be used when the Batman was ended, and he could destroy all evidence of any connection between Bruce Wayne and Batman and stop anyone from learning any of the secrets of the Bat family. And the Batman Who Laughs succeeds, because the Batman Who Laughs always wins, but Batman does manage to get out of the building as it's imploding. Now, one of the things I really like about this particular interaction with Batman and the Batman Who Laughs is that when they are sitting there talking, they're having this little moment before the Batman Who Laughs is about to enact his plan, the whole reason that he's here, you know, fighting with Batman for that matter. I love the fact that in this moment, he takes the time to remind Batman that he's actually the worst version of Batman. Like, he is the most miserable, lonely version of Batman across all the multiverse, across the dark dimension, across the positive matter universes, everything. Every other Batman has managed to find some modicum of peace and happiness, except Bruce, on this earth. So as the Batman Who Laughs puts it, where, you know, Batman felt that the Batman Who Laughs was the Nightmare Batman that all the Dark Knights of the Dark Multiverse we saw in Dark Knight's Metal were the Nightmare Batman. Batman Who Laughs corrects him and tells him that you're the Nightmare Batman. You're the version of Batman that is a nightmare for every other version of Batman. That's pretty heavy shit, man. Just gonna be real with you about that. Now, of course, with Wayne Enterprises imploded, destroyed, out of commission, Batman rushes back to the Batcave to jack up a very heavily medicated Joker, who, mind you, this whole time, he's still alive. We thought that he was dead at the end of Batman Who Laughs #1. No, that is actually not the case. He is, in fact, very much alive, and he's been kept alive by Batman and Alfred this whole time because he's been hooked up with all this, all these anesthetics and pain medication, stuff to keep him alive, that he's not necessarily cognizant, but he's there. He's, just can't do anything. Or maybe not, because in fact, turns out, the Joker has been wide awake this whole time. He has had enough sedatives and anesthetics in him to put down a whole colony of mules, and he's still alive and still awake and is still laughing. But the thing is, Batman wants Joker to tell him the plan that the Batman Who Laughs is enacting. And I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, the Joker doesn't know, but he does know. Who would know? James Gordon Jr. And I know if you're sitting here scratching your head thinking, James Gordon Jr., what was that? James Gordon Jr. is a character that I haven't really seen in a Batman comic since Batman Eternal. In fact, I know I've seen him off and on in Suicide Squad during New 52, where he was acting as kind of a advisor to Amanda Waller in some capacity, but Batman the Black Mirror and Batman Eternal are some of the last times I've seen him. When I saw him on this page, I kind of forgot who he was. I forgot he even existed. But apparently he is the one who knows what the Batman Who Laughs is up to. How he knows? Don't know. Why he knows? I don't know that either. I'm sure we'll find out next time. But the thing is, whatever is coming next, James Gordon Jr. is the key. Jim Gordon's son, his own estranged flesh and blood, is the key to figuring this all out, and I can't wait to see exactly what all this entails. But I really like what they were doing with this book. The themes in this book were really strong. I felt like they really hammered down on the whole idea of protection and what it means to be protected. It's just a really fun read. I loved it. Way better than Return of Wolverine #4. Just gonna go ahead and say that right now. That was a wide miss. But anyways, I even like the tease of what they're doing with the Batman Who Laughs #3, which is going to be titled Black Mirrors, which is kind of a throwback to the whole Batman the Black Mirror story arc, which also had James Gordon Jr. Featured in it. So it's going to be really interesting to see where they go. I'm sure there's lots of little plot threads and connections that maybe I didn't necessarily see on the front end with a lot of this, but just reading it at face value, man, just whew, it was good. It was good stuff. Didn't disappoint. Now I will say, and I have criticized Scott Snyder for this, Scott Snyder knows how to kick a book off. Scott Snyder knows how to jumpstart a mini-series or an event thing that I'm waiting for, and I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on this one. Now, somewhere in the middle, by the time we get to issue #4, maybe 5, that's when I'm waiting to see if he can really bring it all home, because that was one of the things that happened with Dark Knight's Metal, and kind of almost happened with his Justice League run, that first volume. It was that close. But anyways, let me know what you thought about the Batman Who Laughs #2 by Scott Snyder and Jacques. Sound off in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers, and tap that bell so you know when I post up. And if you want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons as well, swing on over by patreon.com/Blerd Without Fear. And if you chuck in a buck, you can get some exclusive content. And if you don't want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons, that's fine too. Hey, all I ask is that you like this video and share it with your friends. And who knows, maybe they'll become some of Earth's mightiest subscribers too. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and while you're here, go ahead and check out some of these other videos I got floating around here. But until next time, Plus Ultra!